Man United have struggled under Ruben Amorim in the Premier League. So on this episode, we're going to show you how we think he should play against City based on the personnel he has. Right now, United play a very interesting formation, right? It's fluid, right? It starts off three in the back. Usually, is a Euro, Delict. So Euro on the right, Delict central, Shaw left, Dogu as the wing back, and Dalo, Casemiro, Bruno, Mbuemo as one of the tens, Mount as the other 10 on the left, and Cunha, right? And Cunha may not play this weekend, but we'll just use Cunha. And usually, what United do is they push Dogu up a little further because Luke Shaw can play as the auxiliary left back, and Euro has the pace if Dalo is not close by to cover some yard. But again, it turns into like a 4-4-2 situation like this, and they leave Buemo wide by himself, right? And it's Cunha, Mount kind of operates in this little channel, and they count on Bruno and Casemiro to, control the game, and Bruno to somehow control the game, defend, and still create, which Bruno cannot do. That's not his game. So why that's even an approach is weird in itself, in my opinion. Here is the problem because Bruno, especially this season, it happened last season when there were two trained professional center mids playing together. It's even worse this season when you're playing a 6 and a 10 as two sixes. You're pretty much playing as 1-6 because Bruno doesn't have the defensive awareness to see, like, like to shadow mark, to know when to press, when not to press, when to go for attack, when not to go, to check his shoulder when the ball is out wide. Hence the Emil Smith roll goal against Fulham. He just doesn't have that in him. So why you play him here, I don't understand. Now, here is what we are proposing. A very simple formation, right? Very straightforward formation. Simple 4-3-3, like so, right? 4-3-3. But we'll walk through each of the players' responsibilities and how this will make Man United better. You ready to tell him?
Let's do it.
Four in the back, I suggest Euro keeps his spot with Delict, and I suggest Shaw, knock on wood, he stays fit, or just go by a left back. I don't care. But Shaw and Dallo and Casemiro, Bruno, and Mainu. I'll tell you everybody's responsibilities once I name the lineup. And Mbeumo can start here. When he's fit, Cunha can play on the left, and Sesko up top. Now, Man United's biggest problem is the midfield. They have when they play two man, which they've been doing under Amorim, they have no control of the game. Like they don't keep the ball properly. They have decent possession, but the possession just looks ugly.
Yeah.
It's just not attractive. It's not cohesive at all. If they go back to a simple three in the mid, Casemiro, I mentioned last was 2 episodes ago. If you play him in a six with cover, adequate cover, he may turn into somebody who won 4 Champions Leagues. He may. I think he will because we saw that in the 2 games he's played, I believe under Carlo Ancelotti, he's been protected and he has played very well for Brazil. So that shows that he can do the job. I'll give you some stats. Last season, Casemiro won 64% of his duels last season, right? 64%. Just to give you a comparison, the player that is in the Premier League team of the season last season, Gravenberg, won 57% of his. Casemiro won 4.2 ground duels per game. Gravenberg won 4.3, so about the same, but Casemiro's percentage was higher. The best six in the Premier League, in my opinion, is
Moy.
Moises Caicedo, right? Moises Caicedo won one more grand duel per game than Casemiro with a less percent. So obviously, Moises Caicedo is better than Casemiro at this moment. But if he's the yardstick and the player that won the league and was voted the best six in the league last season in Gravenberg, if Casemiro has better defensive stats than him in an open midfield like this, and he's doing that, I believe that when he's covered properly, he would do even better than that. Right? Do you agree with
I
that?
concur. I think the difference between the two systems, or the three players, Caicedo, Gravenberg, and Casemiro, are essentially how the cover that each of those players given.
Exactly.
I watched a season where Caicedo was not played with enough cover. He was played with the right cover, but his partner in crime, Enzo, they didn't have the balance of those two players.
Yes.
It wasn't humming in the way that it needs to. I think I see that right now in United's midfield.
Yes.
Like Bruno's trying to do what he usually does. Casemiro's simply doesn't have the pace to play that position all by himself as a six. And Kobe's not being played as of right now. I feel like they're just kind of using him as competition for Bruno, where in reality they need to change the formation to allow for both of them to play, which would give you the best of both Casemiro and Bruno. So great point.
And now let's talk about how they would attack in this formation, right? One thing that I noticed that Amorim has been doing with Brandon Bremo is isolation on the right, right? So again, we've seen this model with PSG where Akimi kind of like inverts and leaves either Due or Bacola or Vicha Kvaratskhelia to go 1v1 and he can just roam around here. Dallo is a very, very good football player. He's not the greatest defender, but he's decent. So if he pushes up and they play like this, Shaw can do the same job that he's doing now in the current formation in the 4-3-3 a la Nuno Mensch, where in PSG it's Marquinhos and Pacho and Nuno Mensch stay, and they have the protection of either Vitinha or João Gomes. I always get his name.
I think it's Neves because you always
Neves, yeah, João Neves, and then the other midfielder Fabian Ruiz and João Neves or Vitinha go forward and join Dembele and Due and Bacola and whoever. But in the same vein, Sesko is up top. I think say the 10 is Meno. Meno's role would be the link between both of them and coverage right here. Because he's young, he has the legs. It's not fast, but he does have the legs to cover that. And what's his name? Cunha, who will be the second 10, and Bruno likes to get the ball around this area and create. So it will be something like this to attack, where you still have coverage in the back. You still have coverage in the back. When Dallo goes forward, Menu can operate here. Euro has the legs to cover here, and Casemiro will not like be too involved. So when Euro goes, in case he does, Casemiro can cover him because he can't do that. And Casemiro, one thing about Casemiro, he doesn't mind getting dribbled. Like he doesn't care. You will go for attacker. You can cut him or you can chop him, but he's done his job. He just needs you to make one extra decision. And he does that very well. I actually admire it from him. I don't think a lot of people understand what he's doing. Like he just dives in, and people think, oh, he gets beaten. Ooh, but he's doing that. Like he doesn't care, and that's a quality you need from somebody like that. And the lift is the Clara, and again, short, just like Nuno Mensch
Yeah.
can will start deep, but pick and choose when he can go forward. But the key of this thing is obviously along with positional awareness is compactness. So there's no like space in between, and when they lose the ball because they're already this tight like this, they can easily press if they want to press. They look fitter this season, I'd say, in my opinion, based on eye test. So pressing should be easier than last season. And the main point of why I think they should play like this is Man United don't create enough chances. This season, United has created two big chances per game, and they scored 1.3 goals per game. That's a small sample size. Okay, I'll tell you what they did last season. They scored 1.2 goals a game last season, and big chances created 2.2. Pretty much the same.
It's early, but yeah,
Pretty much the same thing.
same.
They have one assist all season this season. Chelsea has like five.
I mean,
Um,
healthy.
Liverpool has like six.
Yeah, just a little bit higher.
Like they're not playing. They're not creating. That's the main problem. And again, they're not creating, and their transition defense. Those two involve the midfield. So if the midfield is this compact and this aligned, and with these positions, it brings out the best in every single person. I'll give you an example. Liverpool won the league last season. They won the league scoring 2.3 goals per game. They created four big chances per game. That's literally about double what United create. And Liverpool played a similar formation to this. On what they did was this was Grav, but McAllister was the left CM, and either say Curtis Jones was the one, or Soboslai, excuse me, I should say, was the one really going for doing the Bruno Fernandes role.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't rocket science.
It is not.
What it takes is it takes some tactical flexibility and somebody who is a little bit less set in his ways. That's
Yes.
the best way to put it.
Let's say it in this way is a very kind way to.
Yeah,
I'm
stubborn.
surprised you're that kind.
Yeah, he's being
When did you
stubborn.
become that kind?
I don't want to,
When did you become that kind?
my high school mascot was the Red Devils, so that's the only kindness you'll see for Old Trafford or for Man U. But
That's crazy.
what I will say is, it's just stubbornness and I think the formation that you just mentioned is, at least right now, the most success. Like, it's the kind of the blueprint for a successful side in the Premier League, at least a successful
Essentially.
midfield.
Essentially.
So, until you see that, where it's a synergistic trio almost, where there's three players with three different skill sets that are able to shine because they're masking their strength, their weaknesses, and highlighting each other's strengths is big. But the problem with United right now, in terms of creating, is they're not even comfortable in their own ends. And until that happens, it's you're on the back foot. So I think I think over the last 2 weeks or whatever, last week and some change, maybe we'll see a different tactical makeup from United. This is a very important. How you start coming out of the break is very, very important.
Very, very important. And again, Manchester United, the Manchester Derby is this weekend, right? It's Sunday. City, usually, they play with. I think Aït-Nouri is fit. Assuming Aït-Nouri is fit, he plays. He's a very attacking-minded fullback, and they seem to start Rico Lewis at right back, and Mamouche starts on the left with Oscar Bob on the right. I think that in this formation, as I'm showing right now, I think everybody knows what their assignments are in this formation. Like especially when they are compact, right? Because if you play that nonsense too with Casemiro and Bruno in the midfield by themselves, we both saw, even though he kind of tapered off in the last 2 games, see Johnny Reinders, one thing he's going to do is run
Yeah.
behind you all the time. He's going to keep running and keep running and keep running behind you. Bruno is not going to be able to keep up.
Nope. It's kind of it's not a shame, but yeah, I think Ruben Amorim has no choice but to rely more on Kabi Menu because they didn't get Baleba. I
Nope.
think they were looking for him. Ugarte is still there, is he?
Yeah.
Still there. And you're not getting much from him. He's not the answer. I think it's this formation.
I think so. Even honestly, he's not. Ugarte is not like a game changer. It's not like some sort of this guy has to play kind of thing. But if we think Menu is better in this position next to Casemiro as the 8, but even if he plays Ugarte here, I bet you they'll be better.
Yeah.
If he plays any of his
Yeah.
midfielders with Casemiro and Bruno in this coverage, tight, compact team, I think they'll be better. Look at how Newcastle is
I
3
was just about to say, it's like Joelinton, Grimares, and Tonali.
and Tonali.
Those guys don't take ish. They don't take ish from anybody. And if you give Tonali time, as evidenced by a couple of days ago,
Yeah,
he will
shoot.
He will shoot, and he might bag you one.
exactly.
I don't see why. I don't see why they can't do that. I don't see why that can't be Kabi or Bruno.
I don't see another example.
System, but
Different system. That we want them to play that system. That's the system we want them to play. Another example is Spurs 3 this season. Bentancur, Paulinho, and Pape Matassa, who scored today for Senegal as well. Look at their performance. I know they lost against Bournemouth. I think it was just a one-off. But look at their performance against City, for example, away. And even the first game of the season. Those 3, they don't leave Bentancur is not the fastest player. Paulinho is not the fastest player. Paulinho, when he was in Fulham, used to win a lot of tackles. But if you leave Paulinho by himself, you might teach what you're seeing from Casemiro.
Right. No, 100%. That's fair. I think that's very fair.
I think that if United, we know over the last couple seasons, they raised their game. They beat City away last season. So, not to say that they have no chance, but City have lost 2 games and won 1. United have won 1-1. But I would argue that because City is going, they have no problem scoring. Like I said, they have 5 assists, I believe. Oh, no, that's Chelsea. I forget. I can pull up how many assists City have already. Even against Spurs, that wasn't their best game. They create chances, big chances, and Haaland scores goals.
Yeah, that'll happen. Yeah, they got plenty of goal scorers. They got plenty of ways to score.
And so if United don't fix up, and this is for the City game and beyond, play like this and see what happens. Everybody has their designated roles within the 11. Like I said, Shaw is more like, inverting to the midfield or a little bit. But again, the Nuno Men's role, De Ligt is the sweeper. Lenny Yoro at right center back to, cover when Dalo goes. Dalo will invert. Menu will be the 8, mainly operating on the right side where, dictating tempo, getting the ball, keeping the ball. He can get the ball under pressure, turn around, and link play. Bruno would go operate in this area, looking to get the ball so that he can either shoot from this from when he gets closer to the post, or find any their big number 9 or Mbeumo running back stick. Again, him and Cunha can have a tandem here where Cunha can get the ball out wide, do some magic, or can make inverted runs in here, a la Hazard or any creative winger. And Sesko stretches the team. He can be a quick release for a long pass because he's tall and he can jump. He plays basketball as well, so he has hops. And he can be Bruno likes to cross the ball a lot. He can also be an option for Mbuemo when he breaks through. We saw Mbuemo create a lot of goals for Vista for in Bradford, so he can do that and he can benefit. I bet you even I know United fans will hate me for saying this guy's name, but even Hoyland would play well in this system as well.
Yeah.
He will. He just will. But let us know your thoughts.
Shout out to Hoyland's acne. Skin looks clean. Looks like a
Let us know your thoughts.
happier guy.
Let us know your thoughts. What you think. If you disagree, please let us know. If you have a different opinion or different idea, please let us know. But Amarin, please listen to us. We may save your job.
Mm-hmm.
We may save your job.
It's possible.
It is possible. Stranger things have happened.